Let's take a look at 8x cubed plus 27y cubed. So this is a sum of two cubes. We're going to be factoring a sum of two cubes. How do we know that it's a cube? First of all, look at the exponent, the power is 3. And then think of 8 and 27. You can find three identical factors that will give you 8 as well as 27. So I already have the pattern that's in front of me, in front of us. So we could go ahead and fill in. First, we need to find F and L so we can fill into this particular formula. So let's look at the first term. All right, so help me out here. Let's look at the first term. What would be that factor that when we multiply it 3 times, it would give us 8x cubed? That would be 2x. And for L, let's look at 27y cubed. What would be that factor that when we multiply it 3 times would give us 27y cubed? That will be 3y. So we have our F and L. We're going to write it in the format of our binomial and our trinomial. All right, so it says we're going to add F and L. So we're going to add 2x and 3y. And then it says we're going to, for the trinomial, we're going to square f. So that means we're going to square 2x. That means multiply 2x twice. 2x times 2x, which is 4x squared. Take the opposite sign. So we have a minus. And then the middle term says we're going to be multiplying F and L. So here we're multiplying 2x times 3y. That gives us 6xy. The sign of the last trinomial will always be a positive. And then let's look at the last term, which it says L squared. We're going to square L, multiply 3y twice, 3y times 3y. We have 9y squared. And there we go. We have our answer 2x plus 3y times 4x squared minus 6xy plus 9y squared. Now, as with all questions, even though I didn't focus on it on the first example of cubes nor the second example, please make sure you ask yourselves if there is a GCF that can be factored out, because if it can, we need to do it. Okay, so looking at the next example, number 3, x cubed y cubed plus 8. There is no GCF that can be factored out, but this is a perfect cube, this question. So we want to find that number, that one number that when we cube it will give us the first term, and then that one, or the variables there, and then that one number that when we cube it that will give us the last term. So for the first term, that factor or that one variable would be xy, because xy times xy, we have xy cubed. Fill in the blank. What when we cube it would give us 8. That will be 2. So now let's go ahead and use our formula. We're going to add F and L. So xy plus 2. We're going to square what we call f. That means multiply xy twice. Xy times xy. That is x squared, y squared. Take the opposite sign. Multiply f and L. Multiply xy and 2. That would be 2xy. And then square your L. So we're going to square 2. That means 2 times 2, we have 4. And there we go. So our solution is xy plus 2. That's the binomial. first factor, the second factor, x squared y squared minus 2xy plus 4.